Well, today I'm going to take page 129 and look at the stone models, the posterior tooth findings, and do some coloring on your stone tooth models that you have. So make sure you have your pencils sharpened and we're ready to go. One of the secrets I'm going to show you after all my years of coloring experience is to get your pencils really nice and sharp. After you sharpen them in a pencil sharpener or while you're using them, take a piece of paper and roll the pencil around as you move it. It'll give it a nice sharp point. We're going to use our stone models, and I'm going to draw some characteristics or findings on tooth number 12 through 16. Starting at tooth number 12, make sure that you have the correct number 12 and not the one that you think is on the right side. Here's 12, and of course here is 16. I'm going to draw the mesial slopes on both the buccal and lingual cusp of tooth number 12. Just like a canine, it goes from cusp tip down. The distal slopes on that same tooth Alright, so we're going to move to tooth number 13, and obviously this would be number 13. We're going to look at triangular developmental grooves. Triangular developmental grooves are the main grooves that go from a pit towards the point or line angle on a tooth. So the first one I'm going to draw is the mesial buccal triangular developmental groove. Now I'm going to draw the distal buccal triangular developmental groove. We go to the mesial lingual triangular developmental groove. And the last one we can draw, distal lingual triangular developmental groove. So those are your triangular developmental grooves. You'll also notice that we are supposed to be drawing secondary grooves. So for secondary grooves, I'll get me a nice blue, and I'm just going to kind of draw some inward from the pit up. Those are the easier ones to see. I really can't see the lingual ones, but I'm going to draw some anyway, because it's so fun to color. So there we go. Those are inward. The easier ones to see again are on the buccal. I'm going to move to tooth number 14. All right, so one of the things that we can draw triangular ridges. Remember, each cusp has a triangular ridge, but the mesial lingual cusp is so large on maxillary molars, it's actually going to have two. So I'm going to take one color and draw in the triangular ridge. I'm going to grab a different color. I'm going on the distal buccal cusp and draw in the triangular ridge. And we'll go to the littlest distal lingual cusp and draw in the triangular ridge. Alright, I'm going to go on the mesial lingual. Remember, this one has two. I'm going to draw in one going this way. And now I have to draw one going this way. You gotta hate when your pencils break. Alright, so triangular ridge, 5-0, 4 cusp. So the next thing we're supposed to draw is a transverse ridge. To draw the transverse ridge, I'm basically going to say it's here to here. Blue to orange. So that's a transverse. Oblique, only found on maxillary molars, whether it's the first or second, goes this direction. On this tooth, you're going to see the cuspicare belly. It's on the side of the mesial lingual cusp. And you're going to notice that this cusp has a groove. This is the mesiolingual groove. It's not known as the cusp of Carabelli groove. It's the mesiolingual groove because it sits on the side of the mesiolingual cusp. Okay? I'm going to turn that so you can see that a little easier. And I'll turn it back. Tooth number 15, buccal groove. Remember, on a maxillary molar, put your pencil in the central pit, draw away, buccal groove. Lingual groove, distal pit, draw away, lingual groove. Remember, that's how you tell maxillary molars. One groove out of the central pit, a diagonal groove coming towards you. Mesial marginal ridge. Here's a great example of a mesial marginal ridge. And we're going to move to tooth number 16, even though we don't have to deal with tooth number 16 on identification. It's an extra tooth we can draw on. Central groove. Mesial pit, central pit, and distal pit. I'll make my central pit bigger. The next little video is going to show you the characteristics that we're going to color on the lowers.